First of all, I do agree. The Muslims have, as everyone else does, the right to practice their religion, and they have the right to construct a mosque at ground zero if they wish. What I'm saying, though, is that they should listen to public opinion. They should listen to the deep wounds and anguish that this is causing for so many good people. And if the imam and the Muslim leadership in that community is so intent on building bridges, then they should voluntarily move the mosque away from ground zero, move it, whether it's uptown or somewhere else, but move it away from that area.
Ground zero is hallowed ground. 2 blocks away, first of all, is not so hallowed ground. Second of all, we should not, government officials should not be in a position of pressuring people where to build their mosque or their church or whatever. Third of all, as much as I respect the sensitivities of people, there's a fundamental mistake behind it. And that is, how can you, and I can quote any number of some of the people who've commented on it, and what they're saying essentially is, how can you put a mosque there when, after all, Muslims attacked us on 9/11 and this is ripping open a wound? Well, the fallacy is that Al-Qaeda attacked us. Islam did not attack us. Islam, like Christianity, like Judaism, like other religions, has many different people, some of whom regard other adherents of the religion as heretics of one sort or another. It is only insensitive if you regard Islam as the culprit as opposed to Al-Qaeda as the culprit.
Well, let me put
we were not attacked by all Muslims, and there were Muslims who were killed there, there were Muslims who were killed there, there were Muslims who ran in as first responders to help. And we cannot take any position like that.
You know, I have a great respect for Jerry Nadler, but I really disagree with that opinion. And the reason I say this is that the attack was carried out in the name of Islam. And I visited many mosques before September 11th, and I was one of the first to defend the Muslim community after September 11th. But I've been extremely disappointed since then by so many leaders in the Muslim community who do not denounce Al-Qaeda.
I want to point out several things. One, there's a mosque in the Pentagon, which is also hallowed ground. No one objects to that. Second, the people who want to build this facility, which is partially a mosque and partially a community center, have a mosque a few blocks away from there, which no one has objected to. And thirdly, objecting to this mosque is objectionable if you wouldn't object to a church or synagogue on the same place, because that's blaming all Islam, and you can't blame an entire religion. And finally, I would take the sincerity of many of the Republican critics of this, Peter King very much accepted, much more, I would understand the sincerity much more if they were supporting, as Peter is, but very few other Republicans are, the bill to give health care coverage to the 9/11 heroes and responders, which all but 12 Republicans voted against in the House last week. That shows sensitivity to the survivors.
But before we get off on that, when we look at the polling on this, whether you are a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent, the majority is opposed to doing this. So it cannot just be that Republicans are playing politics with this.
Unfortunately, I didn't say they were playing politics. I said I'd respect the sincerity more. But we do not put the Bill of Rights, we do not put the religious freedom to a vote. The reason we have a Bill of Rights is that you have your religious rights, your right to freedom of speech, freedom of the press, etc., whether majorities like you or not, frankly.